Hi, in today's video we're going to convert a KML to a CSV file using ogr to ogr on the command line. KML files are used with mapping programs like Google Earth or Google My Maps, and they contain information like the name, the description, the coordinates of a location. So what we're going to do is convert that KML file back into a CSV file so that we can extract the latitude and longitude from the file. So the command that we're going to be using is down here, bringing it up. So we're going to run ogr2ogr -f CSV, so that's the output format we want. And then we're going to specify the output name. It's going to be output.csv. And then we're going to specify the input file, which is going to be, in this case, input.kml. Now, the important thing here is this option at the end, -lco geometry equals as_xy. And basically what that does is that will extract the latitude and longitude from the KML file, and this will create X and Y columns in the CSV file where X is longitude and Y is latitude. Because by default, if you don't specify this option, it won't extract the GPS information from the KML file. So what we're going to do is run this command in the terminal, and I have the input.kml file here. So I'm going to run ogr to ogr -f to specify the output format, which is going to be CSV. The output file, output.csv, the input file, which in this case is input.kml, and finally -lco geometry equals as_xy. You'll now see that we've created the output.csv file, and we can use the csv cut command with the -n option to look at the columns that it's actually created. So as you can see here, we have the X and Y columns, the name, the description, timestamp, and a lot of these are actually specific to the sort of location. We've got, like, altitude, and some of these are specifying the icon that's going to be used for the location. So what we actually want to do is only extract a couple of these columns and then reorder them. So what we want is the name, the description. We obviously will have we want the address as well, and the longitude and latitude. But what we also want to do is actually reverse these, so that instead of longitude and then latitude, we want latitude and then longitude. So it's alphabetically ordered. And we also want to rename the X and Y columns to latitude and longitude. So what we're going to do is run CSV cut with -c option, which allows us to specify the columns we want to extract. And we can specify the order we want to extract them in as well. So we specify the third column, fourth column, the 14th column, which is the address, and then what we want to do is specify the X and Y, but we're going to reverse the order. So we're going to specify 2, which is the latitude, and then 1, which is the longitude. So we're extracting the name, the description, the address, and then the latitude and longitude. And we're extracting them from the output.csv file, and we'll redirect that output into a new file called newfile.csv. We can now use the CSV cut command with the -n option and look at the columns that have been created here. So we've got the name, description, address, Y, and X. So what we're going to do is open this newfile.csv file in a text editor and simply change these column names to latitude and longitude. So here's the newfile.csv. And basically all we're going to do is change these to latitude, longitude. And the reason for that is because I have a look at that now. You'll see we've got name, description, address, latitude, longitude. And the reason for changing the X and Y columns is because one, they're not totally descriptive. And secondly, mapping applications will auto detect columns named latitude and longitude, whereas they may misinterpret X and Y columns and get the order mixed up. So that's how we can convert a KML file into a CSV file, and we're going to have a look at the actual contents here. So we've got the name, then we've got the description, and then we've got the address, and finally we've got the latitude and longitude. So that's basically how we can convert a KML file into a CSV file, extract the latitude and longitude into XY columns, and then reorder that CSV file and rename the X and Y columns to latitude and longitude, so that you have a complete record of everything that was in the KML file that you're interested in.